Doesn't want to get caught in a head triangle, instead walks in round the side. Xyp9x looking the wrong way, but he flicks back and takes that kill. That could open up a rotate back for Astralis, and they hit it immediately. They take the room given to them by Config. JKS with a stunning shot down mid. He'll get the B site back under control with a smoke in the tunnels. Now the bomb is rotating yet again. It goes A, it goes B, but it ends A as another pick comes in through middle. Rush is gone, and there's only Otto dinked on the site.
Oh, well, not for long, right? Immediately wiped out. And it is all on to JKS. 1v4. Bit of utility on his persons as well. Magisk here on the drop down. JKS doesn't believe it, but now he hears the drop. He knows that it's clear, at least for now. That nades good damage onto dupreeh. JKS tapping him out of the round. However, still a lot more Danes left to deal with. JKS has to deal with enough of them on a daily basis, and there he is getting wrapped.
Fast flashes on long. It's a triple setup for Cole. Config swinging it. Oh, it's a mess though. He's so blinded. Magisk follows up through the edge of the smoke. And so with a safe plant, that's it. 4 up for Astralis.
This ain't messing around. And that's the thing, right? Like with Astralis, the worrying part is that this is a team, especially when, like, you know, the eyes of the world.
To be smoke, and now they're going to move.
Oh, re-aggression as well, timed though. However, Xyp9x is like, nah, they ain't trading it to A. Now, this has allowed Complexity to group up at CT. Glaive with the swing, lines up a double, and they snatch this round from underneath Complexity's nose. You thought Rush had done enough with that double kill.
Is moving up CT as well, while Astralis were running very loud up catwalk. Drew enough attention in for Glaive to do the dirty, and
out with a flash. That's primed and ready to go now. In it comes, and everyone's blind. There's the peak for Blame, and he lines up a double. Otto still fighting and not giving up an inch of ground inside of the site. Glaive finally edging through that smoke, and Glaive might be a dead man walking there. There's Config with the short wrap. And so Complexity.
Well, Match is dropping the dribble smoke to try and pop himself through. Config goes ahead of it. Oh no, how does that miss? Looked dead on, but baited by the wiggle from Magisk. And now that's forced.
Magisk there, but he didn't. And now Magisk is a lot deeper than JKS is ready for. The flash, oh, Device, what are you doing? Gets Magisk killed, but it doesn't matter because dupreeh was there to trade anyway.
Yeah, all worthwhile. All calculated. I love that, how you know.
Yeah, man, it's kind of rough, right? Like, this is a great-looking Astralis versus kind of already wounded Complexity coming into this event.
Back through spawn for a full-on B hit, but the looks of things, not even lurking out for a mid to B. It's a double setup. JKS has a great kill, but just tries to get a frag ahead of time. But now, because he goes alone, he's not traded, and JKS gets to back up. Config spraying from the back of Plat, and he's done so much damage. Finally finishes the job onto Glaive. Are they really going to commit here? There's 2 dead bodies in the hallway and 2 smokes down. No way in. No rotates either. Cole just hoping and praying, and luckily Config spraying. He's dropped the bomb.
Oh, finally they get the kill, right? They decide, all right, let's stop letting Config shoot at us without ever doing anything back. The smoke's getting in their way, but it's all onto Device in a very, very unlikely 1v4. 10 points of health. So many players here. Smoke on the cross, but now they know he's got nades out, and they're all looking for this kill. They hunt him down, and they don't waste any time on the matter. These are the rounds where you see the double AWP. I always get a bit worried, even though it's Dust 2, right? Which I think is, I was going to say, one of the safer maps to do it on. But not for Otto, as he gets deleted. The hand deagle in the hands of Magisk. Flash in, Config, don't give him another. The deagle's doing damage. Oh my word, Magisk, another. Finally, JKS comes in. He's like, right, big boys are here now. Device has managed to get his hands on one. Oh, the head of JKS spotted and taken off, and now for Blame.
Finally realizing the nade could be good, could certainly do some damage. Device getting dunked, but barely any, and the molly lands too deep as well. He gets out safely, and that's Blame.
Well as anyone that this round is done, you know, with them just tucking in, not giving anything over. Best he can hope is exit frags, but instead he gets exit fragged. If they wanted to go for 2. Yes, I think that was a fake molly to give the illusion that he couldn't push because it was Molotov.
Yeah.
And while that had the entire team outside of B, which I think was a little bit more than Cole were ready for.
You used to do that by throwing it on the car corner as well, because it sounds the same. It sounds like, oh, they molly B, we don't have to worry about it. But yeah, Astralis, 5 players there already and waiting, raring to go, and go they shall into B. They're even chasing, no escaping for ottoNd. It's Rush alone, 2 kills to his name, and he's got 3 to find. And they could just pinch him from both positions. There's one. Rush, oh, he's in the window. He's choosing battles, but he can't find the second kill. There was a chance.
Look at that determined face, man. He's looking to get his team out through mid into the B site, and oh, it's not worked out. Magisk caught blame. He's decided, look, if you want to short plant, that would be a disaster. It's not. Vice and Zip. Split between the AWP and the M4 in the back of the site. A lot of damage done through this smoke, but there's the killing blow dealt. Device trapped at the back of the site.
He hit it.
And even lands the headshot onto Rush, but sadly the deagle at long is just pointless, man.
83-1 with the deagle. That's a painful shot. Nice try from both of them, man. Like, Astralis were about to bound through with a flash. blame's pushed up on Cat. He's had a great game, but Glaive with the flick. Bye-bye, blame. Tux waiting in the wings.
Oh, quick from Rush. They deal with config in middle. Rush has looked great at short whenever he's been given these kind of even fights and a chance to peak on his own whimsy, but picks out through long, yeah. Split between the two different angles. A lot of damage, but not a single kill. And now Device spearheading this push into B. The bomb dropped by JKS. There's another one where that came from, though. And it's Magisk delivering a potential clutch over, right? He's got it down from a 1v3 to the 1v2. Oh, there's the turnaround onto Rush. That kill should have never gone in favor of Magisk, but it has. And now just Otto left to be a stand-in. Got to be stand up right now. And through the doors, quick on the trigger. He will deliver.
Oh, dear. That jump is dangerous. There's a little gap above the door, and that's what Device is using to find info. He finds a shot onto config, but talking of which, ottoNd opening up on long. Zip is gone, and config follows up. Despite being tagged, he still takes himself a
time to shine with this AWP in the A site, but Device, quite the opponent to go up against down in the pit, and he's homed in. Config now, back in CT, re-arriving. He was just here moments ago, and there he is, in with the first. Any more from config? The flashes get him off the angle, and they leave him hung out to dry. Device gonna have to give us something spectacular. Exactly that. Bomb now stuck. Nade and a molly on blame. That can be used to do bonus damage here to Device and just soften him up that much more. Flashes go out, and at this point, Device knows that both players are coming from Cat. One through the flashes, the other took the peak. Device maneuvering around, but out in the open is where JKS finds him and locks in 5 for complexity. All in all, kind of salvaging that half. It looked like it was going to be a lot more one-sided. Still, 5 is not a lot to go off of if you are complexity. Astralis with the lead.
Zip is not wavering. He's still here, and he's going to spot the players coming through. Only sees one. Device decks Rush on short. JKS follows up with a trade, and that puts Zip in hot water, so he has to back up and spawn. He could have played this site if Device followed up, but now giving away A and playing for a retake, currently with no kit. Maybe there is one loose. Glaive trying to spot them up on Cat. It's a decoy. It doesn't keep them back. Zip sneaks up on CT as well. Blame chasing them down, and config re-aggresses. Glaive to punish from short. Zip now moves up the ramp. In the meantime, Glaive just needs to keep their attention and take their faces off. He's doing a great job. It's Zip in the one-on-one. Clutch Minister indeed, but no kit, and he can stick. He's too far away. Otto needs to run. He needs to get back into the site.
No.
TikTok. Oh, Zip is off it. He's going to go for the kill, and it's perfect anyway. Love that. He knows he can get off. He knows he has time to find the final kill. That's if Otto gets close, and he does, but no cigar.
Yeah, that's rough as well, right? Like, that's one of those moments where something that...
As they could catch him on a timing, that's a unlucky check. Great timing for Rush. He misses the shot, and you can't miss against Zip. He follows up with one. Dead after it. Device lines up a double, but shoots early, and this may be Astralis conceding the round.
Oh, no, never mind. Glaive, a hop, skip, and a jump. And he deals with JKS back in the site. A 3-on-3. Not one that even looked like Astralis were keen to go for, but now they certainly are. They lose Magisk, though. And that's throwing a bit of a spanner in the works. Otto needs to land this, and he will. That's nice and easy on to dupreeh, and glaive does get away for the time being. So he's going to get out of there. It looked like Config was about to spot him from up inside of the site. Never happens. glaive trying to deal some damage to the economy of Col. Ooh. It doesn't happen. Config, quick off the mark.
Some very close situations there, but Col, well earned on the board. But not for long, maybe, Magisk. Quick D to Otto, gets him out of the round. And I like that deep smoke. They want to try and retrieve the AWP. They throw in a nade, and the nade blows the AWP towards them. That's beautiful work for Astralis. dupreeh's going to pick it up. The bomb's been dropped on Catwalk. glaive's had enough of this one, and he's laying them to rest.
Oh, that's getting a little bit overzealous there on the push. The site player and Zip, they're getting closer and closer with every missed shot. The bomb now down. Rush has made this round doable. A double kill to open it back up. Device, that's a freebie. Now just the final boss left to be. Oh. Rush mollied out. That's really gonna... All right, there it is. dupreeh from Cat locks it in.
I thought it was the jump.
I thought it was Magisk as well, man. I really did as well. It looked just like it, but it was actually dupreeh pulling the wool over our eyes.
That would have been a bit despicable. Fault here as they swing through, so he gets close, he gets aggressive and plays the smoke against him. This is such great work, but Config does catch him. He sees him looking right into the site. Device with a double. Zip deals with that long lurk this time around well, and Device has the cross. They have to duck under or smoke the corner, which they do. Device is going to move closer, trying to deny that plant, and he kills the cover. 9 seconds, and Device is dead, but it doesn't matter. Zip is there. Going on, they keep it under wraps. Device, dangerous position. deagle's out, back to the AWP, taking a shot, and he swaps to the secondary, but he won't get out alive with a flash coming through the doors. Rush with a crucial trade. He's been really good at that, but it's still going to be a lot more to do for Col. Lower lurker in the form of JKS. Will he get cleared?
Oh, no, he won't, but dupreeh, side by side, brothers in arms with glaive. Able to keep this in a 3-on-3, and then wraps through the tunnels, and upon getting that deep, he's like, well, guys, it's not B. And then the rest of the guys are like, yeah, we know, we have a feeling about that as all this utility's raining in towards A. Zip with a key kill onto Rush, bringing the advantage back in favor of Astralis, and now tucking in, playing the long game. Nade does good damage. Molly's going to make blameF very, very uncomfortable, but it's still good for that, and Otto helping out as well. Suddenly it's all there. And when that doesn't happen, he knows they're too entrenched. So Col, they move on to 7, but still...
Not to his betterment. He's going to have to call for help. He does duck through into the pit. glaive with a cross shot, catching Config. They know Rush is here as well, and he doesn't want to get crossfired, so he retreats out of long. Col set up mollies on A, and right now, looking like an A split. If Blame can find a pick, they can double back off Cat, but right now, he looks to just be cutting off rotations, getting Magisk out of B. Device pressured on the ramp with the scout. glaive has the cross towards him, and this is a bit of a messy round for Col, and it might come crumbling down. 9 seconds. JKS trying to plant the bomb. He's been mollied. He does miss. I don't know how he's planting, but he gets it down in the nick of time. And unfortunately, Astralis will surround him from all sides. It's going to be a map there. GG. Easy for Astralis as they take 16-7. A respectable game from Col, but it is the Magisk. Spotting from the back of CT. They're going to try and chase him down. JKS up close. Magisk wasn't ready for that fight, but the bomb gets dropped on the plant. Config dead to the short player. And I say player, it's more players. Look how many members of Astralis are hanging outside of this B-bomb site, trying to isolate blame. They do a good job. 3-on-3. Col could go A if this realization is set in. Otto somehow gets away with that plant. They let him live, only to take him down right after. And while it's planted for JKS in heaven, there's 3 USPs v1. The maths does not check out.
What can JKS do? He's getting wrapped by glaive. They really want to deal with him, and so they will. Let that be a lesson. dupreeh, if he wants something, he's going to get it. There's 3 in the round from him. Double up from glaive, and between the 2 of them, they've locked in a nice little pistol there for Astralis.
Is he going to get it in? Oh! They're not ready for glaive, but that's a transfer from Config. Sprays from the toilets back to the face of his opponent. device surely not going to be able to get back into the site. The flash is good. dupreeh will die for him. Get down, Mr. President. Otto does get the plant, and that's a round for Cole, pretty much guaranteed. k0nfig's even looking to put the knife in the back, as he has done on Overpass in the past. Hearing everything. There is that backstab. Magisk dead. device grabs a real gun.
Lacking that much in terms of utility. So we're not going to see any fights offered up by Astralis. Complexity arrive with their first on the board, though. So Cole gonna have to switch things up a bit. There's a peek from blameF. I don't know how he wins that. Like, I was thinking, well, blameF's dead. That's easy for blameF. blameF don't miss those.
Well, blameF is dead, on the bright side. Well-placed nade. Are they going to contact LB again? Oh, k0nfig just sneaking through. Zip doesn't know. k0nfig does. Oh, the shot's a mess. Zip living on 10. JKS kills Magisk in the same time, and Rush has run right into the site with the space gain from that entry. It's a 2-on-2. device trapped in the pit right now. JKS, oh, that's a missed molly. He's still going to hunt down this kill. device is throwing utility, and that's a free frag. dupreeh with a one-on-one as he waits for the bomb. Otto up in the site already. dupreeh does not know. Trying to find JKS while he still can. Checking everything. There's the frag. Otto gets off the plant and does win that one-on-one. Big kill for Otto. And a Cole around under locks. 2-2 as the A play comes in.
Oh, device posted up. Deals with k0nfig through long. And that gives a lot more room to these players back in the site. They don't have to worry about it anymore. They're only looking at shorts. So dupreeh raining death down from inside of the site. Good for a double. And glaive emerging late can stop the bomb plant. That there is a distant memory. JKS removed as well.
Wait, they're all A.
Yeah, and that must.
All that drop gets hurt. blameF knows. Nade on the door. JKS's timing is perfection, and glaive is looking the wrong way. Didn't clear out the. Any reaggression for Astralis? They are a man down. It could be justified, but okay. Wait for them to come to you, perhaps. JKS gets traded by Rush. Zipix still stuck in the site alone.
Oh. Through the floor, Zip strikes. Only good for one as k0nfig keeps this dream alive for complexity, and a very, very lengthy rotate ahead of dupreeh, losing device there to Astralis. So many of these complexity rounds, when they've come into it, have just been where they found all their success. Over at A, it has often been very, very...
No one there, nothing to be seen. Down to Rush in lower. dupreeh with a nice spray. He could even aggro, he could even full flank at this.
To be. JKS can't even come in on the lurk. He's volleyed off, and now they realize, well, no matter what you see at B, it's not going to be this B play. It is A indeed. They deal with JKS down at the B site, and for the remaining two, they're walking into a lost round. There just simply wasn't time for...
Nade will take the door out. And re-aggro glaive. Oh, supported, but gone. From the action, Zip can't trade that. He's going to try and back up into B. He doesn't want to get exploited on Monster, as now they start grouping in towards his B bomb site. Bomb's coming through spawn. Zip is trapped. He's stuck, but he still gets a kill onto blameF, who's checking close. No need. Zip doubles up. They'd already killed the water player. Cole just down to a monster rush. This short play has not gone how they wanted, and it's going to get worse by the second. dupreeh flashed in for a second, and it's all on k0nfig coming through. Blatant as anything. Nice jump, but dupreeh with a spray and the final bullet. Left that B bomb site. JKS and Rush side by side. Tucked is device, but he goes out with a flash and finds one.
Glaive's already rotating up, so he's going to get here nice and early. Things have gone from bad to worse for complexity. device hunting these kills down, and it comes down to this long play. Only blameF left standing, and oh, a nice flick there to deal with glaive, but surely this is where his journey's put to an end, and it's dupreeh.
device finally denied a pick in middle. He gets flashed off. JKS through the smoke. And Magic's...
Oh, device, yeah, trying to reclaim some territory here. With, as you mentioned, this A site essentially given up. It's forced to rotate out of glaive. And so Zip was alone in holding that B site. From beyond the grave, he burns out JKS. Trades himself, actually.
Yeah, he was team flashed.
And it's opened a 2-on-3 up. glaive dropping this smoke, trying to play through it. Ballsy, but he has picked up the kill to Otto. And so now this was looking so good for Complexity. Well, now there's a chance, even though it's the 1v2 for glaive, that nade is good, and it pulls the attention away for just a moment, allowing
some B-lurks. Rush is going to try and molly them off, forcing them back up. Device, nice shot, finding Config early, out long. He's even got a flash ready for dupreeh in middle, and Device is going to try and swing with it. It's a great flash. dupreeh finding another. Rush is trying to trade, but he's been re-smoked at the toilets, and the bomb's still back in spawn. This is a very loose round for Cole. They're hoping for someone to do something, but everyone's dying in their first gun.
And set them up. Rush could throw that up and over, but instead it's the early peek. They spot him on the sandbags. It is Rush left all alone, and it doesn't happen, does it? And this don't look live.
NL, Rush has crashed or something. He was AFK, now he's back, but I think we're just restarting. Should be quick. Might have spotted him there. He's looking very attuned to blame's position. They're going to come back from party. Yep, that was the spot. And Astralis with the drop onto blame.
Oh, well, they're not able to get past him. So at least a 4-on-4 right now, and JKS holding for this con rotate. Now, that does leave Config alone back in the site, so you're hoping he can put up a bit of a hold here. Hidden behind the pillar, looking to try and elevate this team, but instead just dropped right away. And in tandem with that, JKS was discovered and dealt with down in connector. There's the wraparound from Otto to at least deliver this 2-on-2 and give Cole a fighting chance. Kit on Rush as well. That's going to give you precious time to play with here if you are Complexity. Rush out through CT. Spotted now. glaive trying to deal with him. They lose Otto. It's short, and Rush falls shortly thereafter.
The mid-peak. Oops out for Astralis. What is this? Call of Duty? Maybe with the speed and pace.
Be here with all these footsteps coming in. But he's a long way away from being able to help out JKS, who just has to make a stand solo. And him dealing with glaive gives him a little window of opportunity to actually get out of the sight, and now set up to play retake in the 4-on-4. dupreeh also realizes, like, hang on, I'm going aggressive, I've got the bomb. So now he has to go back and get that down. While this has happened, Config's boosted up and would have been in with a chance there, perhaps. Instead, falling off the head, they disassemble the boost. Magisk shockingly aware that... What? All right, Config, over the top of that smoke. Dispatches of Magisk. Still a tricky retake to maneuver, but Config leading the charge up against dupreeh and Device. Now just dupreeh left standing. And the pistols will deliver. The force buy giving results over to Complexity.
That looked done, mate. Magisk, he's ready for the boost. If that smoke doesn't one-way him, that's probably just Astralis closing it, but they boost up. If rifle round, big nade into middle does nothing. blame on the middle does catch Device. His position, so dupreeh's got some checking to do. Config, will he swing on a timing? Yes, that's perfect. If he waited, he probably would have been hard checked. Instead, it's Otto helping out, finding Magisk in middle. Config backing up, here's the feet, and drops the bomb as well.
The force buy taken into account at a 13-5 scoreline before we had the first rifle come through for Complexity. Really does put in, go back and get that. Blame with the aggro in through long will get traded by dupreeh, but that's where Config is here to keep the advantage ticking over in favor of Cole, even though he's traded.
As it means the world to them. glaive finally moving back. Otto's checked it enough times. He's not going to be ready again. That's some beautiful patience for glaive to not just chase the kill. Oh dear, Heaven Plant almost came through. Instead, it's a little bit safer, and they use the cover. Retake now for Cole, but they are getting sliced and diced up in Heaven, and Rush cleaned up as well.
All through Monster, all four. Magisk needs to check close, and they don't. That allows the pincer, but Zip is in with the trades, the Galil.
With that bomb as well, that kill could win the round with this 15 seconds on the clock. ottoNd's got it, 10 seconds, they're moving in close, but they're not moving in quick. Astralis need to get their running shoes on, and glaive does, grabbing that package and getting the plant in the nick of time. It's a 2-on-2 retake, the nade puts him on 8, but it can't stop the inevitability.
Very, very low, playing the divider, just playing around that bomb plant. Zip has to win these fights, and there's the first one going his way. blameF left in the 1v2, and they're not giving him the fights he's looking for. They just won't give it over. glaive, hidden, playing the time, playing it to perfection. And there's 13 on the cards now for Astralis. They've got that locked in. And even though Blaine feels certain to get that kill, it's not the round that they so desperately needed.
Oh, man.
He's rounding this long corner to have a bit of a fight with Device, and he does win that out. So he's able to claim this early man advantage. Astralis in response is sneaking out through the monster tunnel, and Rush is offered up a couple of freebies helped out by JKS. And this B play, bit of an ugly start, has left just glaive and Zip in the 2v5, now turned 2v4. But the problem they've got right now is that this bomb is in plain view of Complexity. They've rotated all 4 players down into the B site as a result, and glaive is trying to piece together how he can get this bomb back in his hands. Him and Zipnik's giving this a good run, though. Oh, my goodness, down to the 2v2. This was a 2-on-5 when the round started. They could have dastardly, very, very quickly run up through connector into A. The B play coming back in, and that kill from JKS should have just sealed the deal. Zipnik's, this might be too much even for him. As Blame's in position just in the nick of time. blameF playing this wide angle at Divider. They're not ready for it, but glaive is still quick off the trigger. They deal with one. That might lull them into a bit of a false sense of security here. This A site's still pretty well endowed, but now that they lose Otto as well, it will fall onto Config, the man who doesn't have a rifle in this round, just a deagle, and he falls right away. A site belongs to Astralis, and Complexity can't do anything to change that. They've got to try and hold on to these 2 Famises, and that will be Astralis moving on to 50.
Famises of all guns, nothing behind it. It's Cole up against 15. Astralis have done it. It got a little bit scary here in the second half. We had some great... Blaming Con as well. Not a position Colin used too much on the CT side. And as the smoke fades, Config is picked up in middle. Going from bad to worse here for Complexity. Another player down. The sniper back.
blameF, even a 1-for-1 here would be impressive. And Zip, yeah, he's seen him. He's seen the barrel. He locks in that kill. And with it, glaive going to clear out A. Moving in alone. Doesn't even have to be the commitment at this point for Astralis. And it might not be with that kill going in favor of Rush. They take the bomb down B. They haul it. But JKS and Rush, they're one step ahead. They're already here. And with time now looking to be a problem, even dropping this bomb could be enough. However, Magisk and Zip get it locked in. Astralis, they do it.